Good morning, I am Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business, and we got a lot to cover on today's program, so I think I'm going to jump straight into it. Of course, one of my favorites here on the program is my friend William Edmundson. He's with a company called Abbey Executive Suites. That's Abbey, ABBY.com, and I am both a fan and a client of Abbey, and always delighted to talk about the great things you're doing to help entrepreneurs and business owners out there in the front lines. Kind of tell us a little bit more about the great work of Abbey, and then introduce your guest for us.
I'd be glad to. We are in a business that's a lot of fun because we get to help people be successful, Kevin, and Abbey does that by providing turnkey office solutions for people who may need a full-time office, meeting rooms, may need a virtual package where they can work from home but have the convenience of Abbey locations all over Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and New Orleans. And I've got a guest today who I'm excited about having on here. His name is Dan Perez, and he's a certified hypnotist. He's a client, he's a virtual client, in fact, at our Abbey Executive Suites location at Jersey Village, which is located at 290 in Hollister. Hey, Dan, good to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Dan, tell us a little bit about yourself. But let me just say real quickly, it's Dan Perez, P-E-R-E-Z, Hypno, Hypno.com. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what exactly you do.
Okay, well, I'm a professional hypnotist. I work full-time in the Houston area, and I've been trained by some of the top hypnotists in the UK and the US. It's funny because my original mentor was a hypnotist named Anthony Jacqueline, really hotshot hypnotist over in the UK. But once I started getting established helping people with hypnosis, I started basically also being tutored by top American hypnotists like Richard K. Nongard. And those guys have given me a really strong grounding in both hypnosis and helping people with hypnosis, helping people with their difficulties. And I've been doing it. It's a great job. It's very satisfying to help people start to live happier, healthier, and more productive lives. It's just, I love my work. I love going into work in the morning, love coming home from work in the evening, and just knowing that I've helped people. And it's just a great job. It's challenging sometimes, but most jobs are like that. And but the challenges in my job are very creative. How can I help this person using the power of their subconscious mind? So it's very, very interesting work. Working with the human mind obviously is a big responsibility, and you have to be careful about some things, but it's also just very, very rewarding, and it's something I really enjoy doing.
And you're going to have to forgive us. We have very, very short time frame, and I know we both have a lot of questions, so if you could keep that in mind, that'd be awesome. William, your question.
Yeah, Dan, a lot of people know that hypnotists can help with smoking and weight loss, but I was really excited to see that you can also work on allergies and that you do pediatric hypnosis. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's hypnosis can work in a variety of different areas. I have a bunch of things on my site where you can just go and read about how it can help in different areas. But it's very effective in the areas of anxiety, post-traumatic stress. Excuse me. It's also really good for helping children who are having a tough time, maybe with bedwetting or that sort of thing, or nightmares. I helped a little girl who was having some terrible nightmares. We made like a magic wand that she could wave each night before her going to sleep, and the nightmares just went right away. And and allergies. I have an allergy program that's highly effective. I know we all live in Houston where allergies are very prevalent. So, and my allergy program is the only program that I offer a money-back guarantee on, because the program is just that good. It really, really helps. I've knocked out my own allergies, probably about 90% with that. I used to have really bad allergies during the summer. So, and I have been expanding my practice into pediatric hypnosis, helping children. That's especially rewarding, helping kids get over their difficulties and just start to, be happier and get the things they need to get done. And it's really nice because you see the parents are really appreciative when that happens as well.
Yeah. So, and I think that's interesting on the whole allergy front. Who would know? Who would think Let me ask you, we often have a Tonight Show perspective of hypnotism. And we've most of us encounter it only from an entertainment perspective unless you've directly been involved and really helped. And I know many people have been helped through hypnotism. But talk a little bit about how it works.
Okay, well, hypnosis, there are different types of hypnosis. The hypnosis you mentioned is either street hypnosis, which is where a hypnotist just kind of goes into a bar or club and does some entertaining stuff, or there's also a stage hypnosis where hypnotists get up on stage and they create an entertaining show. There's many good hypnosis shows in Las Vegas and elsewhere. A lot of hypnotists do shows at high schools and colleges that are a lot of fun for the kids. These are all real hypnosis. Sometimes people criticize and say, oh, they're just paying people to act sillier on stage, but it's the real deal. I've done all three of those, and currently I do hypnosis in my office to help people lead better lives. The way it works is we have basically, a very simplified idea, but we have the conscious mind where we all are right now, and then we have the subconscious mind, which does the bulk of the work. It handles all your autonomic functions like blinking and hair growth, but also it can sometimes get a little confused, like a computer program might get outdated and you need to upgrade the software. So a hypnotist will go into the subconscious and create positive suggestions for change, and the subconscious is very open to changing positively. It's got kind of a protector, like a gatekeeper, called the critical factor, and we have to bypass that. And part of the hypnotic process is bypassing the critical factor, which protects you from, like, con men and, that sort of thing. And once we get past that, the subconscious is actually very receptive to new ideas, and so we're able to go in, plant some new ideas, do a little bit of housekeeping, and then, boom, you're going to start seeing the changes relatively rapidly. Of all the therapeutic modes, hypnosis is one of the ones that occurs the quickest. I've had major change in clients in as little as 3 sessions sometimes. So it's a rapid way to start creating some positive changes in your life.
Very interesting. Go ahead, William.
Yeah, Dan, just real briefly, tell us how an independent businessman like you uses a company like Abby to help your business.
I was very excited to discover Abby, partly because I needed an office setting that was professional for my clients. And one thing that really attracted me to the Abby.com was that Abby's got locations all over town. So if I need to meet a client in the Galleria or someplace else, I can just go and I can reserve an office there and meet with them for an hour, and it makes it easier for my clients. Now, generally, most of my clients come to the Jersey Village location. I'm hoping to eventually expand and have 2 locations, one here in Jersey Village and then one somewhere else in the city that makes it more convenient, a little bit more centrally located for my clients. But that was a big attractor. Also, I found the Abby personnel to be extremely helpful. I have special needs as a hypnotist, so it can be difficult for me if I'm in an office next to somebody who's got a really loud voice on their phone or something like that. So Abby has been very accommodating to me to help me situate my office in a quiet part of the building so that I'm able to have sort of the quiet that I need when I'm hypnotizing someone. They've been very attentive about that. So I just can't complain. Abby has been really, really terrific for me, both in a virtual office setting, and I am planning to expand into a full-time office as soon as my business builds up enough to that point.
That's great. That's
very good.
Wonderful to have.
William, got to call it a segment. Dan Perez, great segment, by the way, Dan. Appreciate it. Dan Perez, P-R-E-C, Hypno, HYPNO.com. Thanks, gentlemen. And again, you can reach William Edmundson at Abby, ABBY.com. That's Abby.com. Your number real quick.
Yes, you can reach us at 888-785-8800. Again, 888-785-8800. Right.
And you can reach Dan at 800-481-5949. That's 800-481-5949. Thanks to both of you gentlemen.
Thank you.
When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here can be found over there at USDailyReview.com, and this is The Price of Business.